Ooh, yep, that's the good stuff. Oh, hey, so if I were to tell you that all these ingredients go together, you might be a little worried about what I was making. But actually, all of this goes together. And that, in a nutshell, is pretty much what defines the Audi SQ8. Let's go for a ride. I implied earlier with the French fries and the whole milkshake, this SQ8 might really cause someone to think, well, that really doesn't make much sense. You have a sensible SUV that's designed to haul stuff, yet in this case, the rear is chopped off for its looks, and it's supposed to feel sporty, but this is a high-riding SUV. Yet, even in this Premium Plus spec, it just works. Let me explain. Now for starters, I really love the silhouette of this exterior. While there is nothing wrong with the Q7 shape, the SQ8 lines are just so much more exciting. Also, unlike the regular Q8, the SQ8 has actual tailpipes. And under that giant front sloping hood is a twin-turbo V8 producing 500 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of torque. Which means if you wanted to, you could do something like this. Yes, the engineers at Ingolstadt will have you believe that this family hauler will go 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. But even on these all-season tires, I was able to get the onboard counter to hit 4.1 seconds once the tires got warmed up a bit. And if you really want to experience the power, you go to dynamic, but make sure you shift into S, or else it's just not the same. You may think, well, why would a family hauler even need that sort of performance? And yes, I would agree, it's definitely a bit excessive. But I borrowed this for a road trip over Christmas, and let me tell you, it was absolutely great having that power on tap when I needed to pass by all those Amazon Prime trucks. Yeah, those trucks that were late with delivering all my Christmas gifts. Let's just say, I loved it. And if the power isn't impressive enough, all SQ8s have all-wheel steering as well, which made what should feel like a lumbering SUV feel more like a small CUV, or dare I say, sports car. On top of that, this version of Quattro can actually send 80% of the 568 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels and can direct all that power specifically to the right or left side, which also explains why I felt so comfortable driving this almost 700 miles. But this isn't just all about go and no show. A lot of what you see in here is very familiar to what I covered in my Q7 video. The tech is loaded to the gills in this car with all the best safety systems, gorgeous camera displays, and of course, wireless CarPlay. The carbon fiber trim and the gray Alcantara on the doors, it is absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen gray before. And these seats, I have to say the design is absolutely stunning. Plus, I love the perforation on the wheel and this gear shifter. Overall, it is just stunning. Pair that with the ambient lighting. This, in my opinion, is one of the cleanest, nicest looking interiors. And for someone who loves buttons, I have to say I have really fallen in love with this dual touchscreen because it works so well. And when you're taking a road trip and you have your maps up top, anytime you adjust your climate, everything is right here and your maps are not interrupted. It is so ideal. And just like the Q7, this SQ8 has phenomenal air suspension. Not only does this drop so low, almost wagon-esque, it was perfect for Andie and even Abby to easily get in and out. But it was also super clutch in getting this car into the garage with the box still on top. Speaking of the cargo box, this thing was absolute gold for my trip over Christmas. Audi actually worked with Thule on the design of this box, and I'm so happy that it's an appropriate size for this vehicle. And doesn't it look really good? It also fits a ton. We were able to fit all our duffel bags plus Abby's bed, which meant we had so much more interior space for the dogs, myself, and my husband, making it that much more comfortable. So while I was editing, it actually dawned on me. This cargo box is 405 liters, which is the equivalent of 14.3 cubic feet. That's bigger than the trunk in an A6 sedan, which is 13.7 cubic feet. This box retails for $1,350 US. They make 2 smaller versions, and crossbars are included in the purchase of all Q8 models. So how did the dogs do in the SQ8? How did you do? Did you like it? Well, they did get a little startled at first with cold starts, but overall, especially in comfort mode, the SQ8 is really smooth. However, if you are hauling fur kids in the cargo area, I recommend you splurge and upgrade to the luxury package. That's how you're gonna get a rear manual shade and electronic shades on these doors. In here, well, we don't got it. But there are some nice tints, aren't there, girls? Another plus to this seating configuration, Andie can see straight to the front. It also means easy access for her rice cakes. Oh my goodness. Okay, here you go. You're gonna share. Gentle. And for us humans, the luxury package also adds a massage function, which, let's just say, it's very nice when you're on a road trip and you can get a little extra, I guess, blood flow in that area. Also, a little bit more supportive versus, let's say, the more sporty design you get in here. And the space back here, it feels nice. All right, Andie. Andie would agree. High five. Okay, thank you, Andie. Overachiever. You'll get it one day, I promise. Initially, I thought the SQ8 was maybe just a lifted A6 all-road or RS6, but there is definitely more foot space in here, which is great for packing, or even Abby could rest down there. Also, the dedicated climate with vents on the side pillars was great. It's not ceiling vents or third row vents, but it's definitely better than just these two in the center. And look at this piece of fashion, the Audi dog harness, which I previewed on Andie in the A6 all-road video, but now that Abby's big enough, it works for her too. We also have the second row seat back protector, which Andie's actually laying on top of right now. I'm kind of using it more as a cargo cover, because when you fold the seats down, you can't actually use the cover functionally. It would be better if there were zippers, but this is what it would look like if your second row is fully upright. The SQ8 really does work with 2 dogs because Abby is a seat rider and Andie likes to ride in the cargo area. But if you have to haul around, let's say 4 humans and 2 dogs, it might be a little tight. But don't worry, rumor has it a Q9 is in the works. So after spending a lot of time in here and extensively testing this on our road trip, if it were up to me, I would totally get this SQ8. What do you think, Abby? Would you get it? High five? Would you get it? High five? Oh, Andie. All right, Andie. Abby's still learning. Let's ask the official question. Can you go up? Andie, is it lab approved? Oh yeah, this is totally lab approved. I want to give a special thank you to Audi for this opportunity and for hooking us up with this roof box. I don't want to say goodbye to this thing, and I'm pretty sure it's clear the girls don't want to either. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram because we are going to be posting photos of this ride all week, and we have some beautiful photos. Plus, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitch to catch us live. Until next time, bye! You might be a little worried about what I was making, and no, it's not Savage Geese branded laxatives. A little sweet and salty. Whoa, you gotta try this. It's so fatty, but it's so delicious.